Here with Australian captain Lewis Holland. Louis, not the way you wanted to finish the tournament, mate?
No, not at all. I guess the first game was a bit shaky. The first game of the tournament, we kind of built really well through the last 2 games, but in saying that, they're not the top ranked pools where we wanted to be. So to die out in that last game against Holland, they're a good side, but we just went away from things that we spoke about, which cost us in the first game of the World Cup, and we seemed to find our way back into that structure then. So it's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, we didn't come over for what we get, really.
Like, from your perspective, you played a lot of minutes, Sam. From your perspective, like, could you feel the game slipping away, or what does it feel like out there when a game's just not going your way at all? Oh
no, we had, I think, when Moz scored that try, we still had 2.5 minutes to go, and we only had to score 10 points. We had opportunities there where Boyd Killingworth kicked it through. He made a decision that didn't play off. So there's moments in those games where we need to find a way to win. We train those scenarios in different situations with that kind of pressure, and it's just those teams, they're the ones that finish up in 1 and 2 and 3. They're the ones that are consecutively there because they just find a way to win. If the penalties aren't going their way or the ref isn't giving them the calls, they don't worry about that kind of stuff. They just get on with the job, they stay in the fight, and they make things happen. And that's what we need to get to.
Do you think you guys are letting those outside influences like refereeing decisions and stuff affect your mentality too much in games?
No, not at all. It's just that we're just doing so much work in our defensive structure, and missing tackles is what's burning our tanks, and then fatigue sets in, and then those decision makings become a bit harder. So not at all the refereeing decisions. No, you'll get a wrong one, they'll get a wrong one. So they pretty much rub each other out. But it's just how you bounce back and how you play out of those little moments where you think you might have won it, and you switch off, but the ball's still in play.
Where do you go from here? Like, you guys played so well in Sydney and had a good result in Singapore, but last 3 tournaments have been really disappointing. Do you feel like you've gone backwards, do you think, since January?
Results-wise, if you look at it, yes. But then you look at some of our games, we play some awesome footy, and footy that we're really proud of, and it's who we are. And then other games where you just kind of ask what the hell happened. So I don't think necessarily we've gone back. Yes, the result-wise, if you look at the placings, it has. Some of those games come down to the wire, and it's the difference between you going to the top 4 and the bottom 8 kind of thing. So it's just those little moments, like I said, when you come up against New Zealand and those sides in those quarterfinals. For you to go to the top 4, you just got to find a way to win, and we're not doing that at the moment. We have done that. I have played in games where we've just found ways to win, and probably Sydney was one you look at throughout the first day. We're a little bit scrappy, but we've just found ways to win. We found ways to tick over the scoreboard, and that led us into day 2 nicely. So it's in us. There's no doubt about that. It's just how we revisit that, and how we keep that within ourselves.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.